A warm good morning to everybody. Welcome to the fourth day of our ATAL Faculty Development Program. I'm glad to see you all ready to dive deeper into the topics and discussions. I hope you had a chance to reflect on yesterday's sessions and are ready for another engaging day. Let's get started and make the most of this valuable opportunity. Good morning to everybody. Today, we have a chief guest, Dr. Ashish Mittal, who is a group SCHRO, Sreenidhi Education Group. He has completed his bachelor's degree in BBM from Christ College. He has completed his MBA from Southern New Hampshire University, US, ITM. He has also completed his PhD from Manchester University. He is a HR certification, IIM Bangalore, a group CHRO, Sreenidhi Education Group, Head Public Relations and HR, the Akshaya Patra Foundation. He is also lead BPHR Infosys. He is also head HR Manipal International Universities, Malaysia, a general manager and head HR Shiv Nagar University, director HR and Flame University. A huge round of applause for our today's chief guest, Dr. Ashish Mittal, sir. We welcome you, sir, for this fourth day of ATAL FDP. We request you to please take the session on. The session is all yours, sir. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Very good morning. I would request all the participants to please come to the front. I don't generally like people sitting back.
All the participants, please come forward.
Please come to the front.
Especially our faculties, we request you and participants.
So very good morning. Yeah, so good. You had a good breakfast already? Charged up? Okay, so I'm going to make today's session a bit more interactive. It's not going to be a monologue. I hope that's clear. It's not going to be a monologue, which means I'm going to have a two-way communication. I want to understand what's your understanding in depth on various academic aspects as well as general aspects. So before I begin today's session, I would just like to have a quick introduction for 5 seconds each person. I repeat, 5 seconds per participant. I just want you to tell your name, which department you are from, which institution, and what's your designation, and which stream. Come on, in computer science, mechanical. We'll start with ladies first. There's no diversity here. Okay, there are no ladies here. Yeah, there's one lady here. Yes, ma'am. Over to you first, please. All right. Yeah. Quick, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, you can even sit down and answer. That's not a problem. All right. Okay. All right. Civil. Good. Doctor? All right. Mechanical. Good. And here? Good. CBIT. Oh, very good. Mechanical third year.
I am assistant professor in the mechanical engineering.
Good morning, sir. This is Dr. Muhammad Asif from Mechanical Department, Assistant Professor.
Good, brilliant. So
Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
I'm Dr. Sumit.
Yes.
I work as an associate professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering.
Perfect, right. So it's okay. I mean, we are aware. That's not a problem. I would still want you, please come to the front. Yeah. Let's not waste time, please. Please come quickly to the front. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Just give a brief introduction of 5 seconds. Which name, department, which college, institution are you from?
Very good morning, everyone. My name is Kavita and I'm from CSE department.
From Lodz here, same CSE. Good. So we have a good mix of civil, mechanical, few from CSE, and a good mix so that we have a good diversity. So we will begin the today's session on talking one of the most important topics about SDG. Have you heard of it? Yes, no? Yes, little bit, somewhat. So I'm going to get into the depths of little bit to understand what are these SDGs, how do they impact, what are the geopolitics. You understand geopolitics, right? Can we have the slide board just facing a little bit this idea? Yeah. हाँ यहाँ पे ठीक है that's enough good enough अच्छा वो नहीं दिखेगा this is good enough can everybody see this otherwise you so. Good enough okay that PPT they will not be able to see then sorry और this side रखते हैं so this let it be the center इसको side में रख सकते हैं यहाँ पर नहीं या नहीं वो block हो जाएगा ना ये main banner just keep this as more than enough yeah so what we'll do in the meantime while they set this we'll get the ball rolling Good. Yeah, please come to the front. Do not sit in last benches. Come to the front. Yeah. So we'll begin with today's PPT. We're going to talk about on sustainable development goals. So let's see. I've created a few slides, which I'm sure you will probably relish. And if you have any questions, please make a note of it. Towards the end, we'll have a Q&A session. Okay? Yes, no. You guys had breakfast, right? So please. So we're talking about the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. It was created by the United Nations. All of us are aware, created by United Nations. And peace and prosperity for the people and planet. It started with initially 3 P's, then subsequently added 2 more P's. We started with peace, people, prosperity, partnerships. And the highlight of this connection is between environmental, social, and economical aspects. All the 17 SDGs revolve around these 3 aspects. We'll see how important it is. While what is in the center is sustainable development. We are not looking for a one-time development. We are not looking for booms. We are looking for developments which are sustainable, which means our generation, the coming generations can make use of the available resources. So, whom does it apply? We have multiple countries. We had about 197 countries who participated. Whom does it apply? Unlike the earlier, so the SDGs applies to all the countries of the world. It's not that it's only just developing. Earlier they had the MDGs. Have you heard of it? Millennium Development Goals. It was the first meeting where the United. Please come, please. Please occupy the first rows. Don't go to the behind. Initially, when they started United Nations to understand this gravity, they started with MDGs called Millennium Development Goals, where they had only 8 goals. Okay, and afterwards, they added a few more goals to understand that we need to cover a lot of aspects, a lot of variables to have a more respectable planet. So they targeted all the 3 dimensions, environmental, economic, and social dimensional. And what makes it different, the sustainable development goals from the millennium development goals, the MDG was a top-bottom approach. It was a top-bottom approach. You understand what's top-bottom approach? What do you mean by top-bottom approach? You know or you don't know? Let's save time. You don't know, you can say pass. What's by your faculty, sir? All right. Okay, you can ask. What's a top-bottom? Generally ask you, don't worry. Please, I may ask a lot of questions to everyone. You will not answer, sir. Just give me a minute. So make it very interactive. So don't worry about it. Only a question can be stupid, answer not be stupid. Don't worry. If you don't say I don't know, we'll pass it on. Okay? Don't take it seriously. Relax, chilled out. Okay, thank you. So what's a top-bottom approach? So any idea? In organizations, so you're all leading, you're all faculty members, you're teaching students. A top-bottom approach means like exactly. So basically, like for example, in a college or a university, the principal takes decision and shoves the decision down the lane. But a bottom-top approach means even a faculty, assistant professor has a voice to opinion, he can also discuss about it. So which means a two-way communication. The MDG, the Millennium Development Goals, were a top-bottom approach, unlike the Sustainable Development Goals, which is a bottom-top approach. Which means today, for example, in higher education institution, what is the center of higher education? Who is the center of all institutions today? Is it parents? Is it faculty members? Student, exactly. So everything revolves around student. The point is today, if we fail to understand what are the problems faced with students, we can't build any higher education institution in our country. Agree? It has to be student centered. All our actions, be it teaching pedagogy, be it your academic administration, be it non-academic administration, has to be 100% student centric. So this sustainable development goals are including bottom-top participation. So which means we are hearing from the ground reality, ground level, what are their pains and concerns. There are three legs of SDG. So basically we're talking about social, environmental and economic. We'll see how it kind of moves ahead. So we have the 5 P's of SDG. As I said, initially they had started with 3 P's when you had the Millennium Development Goals. We're talking about the triple bottom line, which started with people, peace and profit and planet. Eventually we realized that you also need partnerships, because we all talk about working collaboration today, right? It's no longer, today when students join the organization, corporates, it's no longer a individual key role. It's always a team plays role. You collaborate with your own team, cross-functional teams. Similarly, when you're talking about at a global level, today if countries don't talk to each other, how will we develop together? How will we move ahead together, right? We have some backward countries, maybe in some Africa, where people do not even get one food at one time meal a day, versus someone in the US or China or Japan having 10 meals a day option. So point is, if we have to move together at a global level, we have to go hand in hand. We have to collaborate and work together. So that's the reason we have the 5 P's of sustainable development goals. This is an acronym. Any idea what does it stand for? This is an acronym. It's not a word. So basically, I will spill the beans. One of the most important fundamentals of United Nations, they said developed countries, developing countries, they will take care. What about the backward countries? Who is going to take care of them? Today, if Ashish wants to come first, maybe I have a good level of IQ or an EQ, I'll come first. But what about this 10 more people in my team? Who is going to take care of them? That's why they came up with an acronym, LNOBs, leave no one behind. What? Leave no one behind is an acronym. So which means we take everybody along with us. That's called real success. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Right? Today, India is able to achieve a lot of successful statistical achievements. Right? What's India's GDP today? You don't know? You'll get 0 out of 100. Don't worry, relax. This is a classroom, okay? So please relax. I'm going to be very vocal. What's India's GDP today? Sorry? India's GDP today. I'm not talking about PPP. I'm talking about what's India's GDP today. $4.19 trillion. Recently we bet, we owed it another country. Sorry, you want a different color? Yes, sir. So we had US first, China, Germany, Japan, India. Germany took over Japan, and just last month, India took over Japan, and we became the 4th largest economy. Interesting, very good. So we have become the 4th largest economy, and the intent is that we will hopefully touch with Vikshit Bharat, with Modi ji's strong plans in place. What is Vikshit Bharat? Sorry? Give me a little more meaning in it. This is like a 10th standard kid answering today when I go to schools. Please relax. I'm going to be very vocal and very frank about it. Vikshit Bharat, what does it mean? By when? by 2047. So which means now today's India's GDP is sitting at 4.19, Germany slightly ahead with 4.74. Then comes the bigger challenge. We have China sitting with 19.28 trillion and the US sitting at 30.86 trillion today, which is possible, very, very much possible for India to beat all these countries because India is gaining a lot of traction. And we know how many countries are using China plus one strategy. Do we know? Yes, no. Sir, you will not answer. First row will not answer anything. What is China plus one strategy? You're all faculty members, right? Teaching to today's generation, today's students. What is China plus one strategy? We only know about mechanical engineering. That's a problem with our faculty members, the Indian education system today, that we only do like 9 to 5. We are locked in our classrooms. We are locked in the textbook model. That's one of the biggest risks today in the education sector. You know what Microsoft CEO, co-founder Bill Gates, right? He predicted something about 2 months back. Yes, no, blank. He predicted that there are two professions which are going to be out very shortly. One is the medical. Second, and I hope he's wrong, don't blame me, I'm just repeating what he's told. Second is teaching. Why? Because technology is coming forward. We don't know. 3 years back, robots were launched for the first time in education sector. Any idea where? And please tell. Sorry? ये कौन बनेगा करोड़पति चल रहा है अभी. All wild guesses, but you're partly right, not 100% right. So I cannot give you any 100 out of 100. Where did first time robots were launched in our country in the education sector? You guys, I'm not talking to a corporate world, I'm talking to an academic setup over here. You should know all this. 3 years back they launched. It was launched in your own state here, Telangana, Hyderabad. It's not good if you don't know, you should know it. It was launched in Indus International School. They launched robots called Eagle. They launched 21 robots, 7 at Hyderabad, 7 in Bangalore, 7 at Pune. These robots can do a standalone teaching model. Students can connect with their gadgets, iPhones, laptops, iPads, and it gives an immediate assessment. Now the government of Telangana is working to implement this at all the government colleges. The best part is it gives an immediate assessment which particular concept a child has understood or not understood. Today we are talking about assessments. We all talk about assessments, right? The point is human beings tend to be biased, but an AI, a robot gives an instant feedback which particular concept a child has understood or not understood. In China they have smart classrooms. Have you heard of it? Good morning. China smart classroom. Has anyone heard anything? Smart classrooms have everything right from motion sensors, detectors. How many times did a child look at the mobile phone? Which app? How many times did he lose eye contact with the teacher? How many times he was physically present, mentally absent? And when a child is answering it online digitally, the tool immediately gives them feedback that this child has not understood, which concept the child can actually focus. Parents can help the child to understand the relevant aspects. So point over here is India has a huge opportunity, and we are talking about China plus one strategy. China plus one strategy, you should understand geopolitics today. Many countries, China was, it's still known as a manufacturing hub. Yes, no. Guys, I want some participation, I'll stop it. I'm very serious about it. Okay, you need to say me yes, no. Otherwise, there's no point in having an FDP. Yeah. So point is, many countries understood that they didn't want to lock all the resources only in China. Apple, what it's doing? What is Apple doing now? Manufacturing plants. So we have the Foxconn, we have the Taiwanese company which is setting up their base in India. They're starting up a huge project. It's called, the name of the project? Elephant project it's called. 21,000 crores, 300 acres land. It will employ 40,000 people. 80% of that workforce is going to be women workforce. How many? 80% of workforce is going to be women workforce, because Apple didn't want to rely solely on China. That's called China plus C+1 strategy. So now they will manufacture their iPhones in India, and they have given their MacBooks, iPods, other aspects will manufacture in Vietnam. So that diversifying, I mean, you're kind of de-risking your business operating model. So you should understand how it's growing in leaps and boundaries. Just now, I mean, you must be knowing, right? We have BYD. What's BYD? Mechanical engineers, good morning. What is BYD? Build? Yes. Who said that? You'll get a chocolate here. Come, both of you here. Come over here. I'm glad you made my day, at least started properly. Come. I asked Dr. Madhukar sir, I have no time. A small chocolate for you for giving the right answer, and you will not leave the stage. Be here only. Okay, this is only starting point. So I said, build your dreams. Which company is it? Japanese? You will not answer. The first row will not answer here. Build your dreams. Which part of the world are they from? Sorry? I'm not going second time. You are right, 100% right. You are a faculty or a student? I'm really appreciative. Very, very good. What's your name? A big round of applause for him, please. You see don't mind, this is a classroom, no hard feelings. This is the difference which I want you all to understand as faculty members. If you don't understand what's happening, today our students know much more than the teachers. And this is a fact in front of all of you. Your student, you are the teachers. Okay, no hard feelings again. It's to wake up your reality. After 7-8 years, your job itself may not exist. So it's better you wake up. You don't have an option. So build your dreams. With the Chinese manufacturing, in which segment you will not, in which segment? Petrol, diesel, क्या है? What is this? Sir, बताइए sir. BYD कंपनी है, कुछ मैन्युफैक्चर करती है व्हीकल्स वगैरह. चाहे वो पेट्रोल है, डीजल है, गैसोलीन कौन सा है वो? कौन सा क्या यूज करती है वो? It's into EV segment. What is EV? Thank you so much. Thanks. Electronic. So now they are setting up their one of the plants in India. Where are they setting up the plant in India? Zero. Sorry? Very bad. Ranga Reddy, Hyderabad district में हो रहा है. Wake up, good morning. You are also in India, right? You should understand. So BYD is today market capital of it. It supersedes the entire 5 top manufacturers, the vehicle manufacturers in India. You talk about Maruti Suzuki, Mahindra, or you take any, all put together, and BYD is also overtaken one of the top companies. Tesla, oh my, you will get one more chocolate. I'm really impressed. I'm very impressed. You will take 2 chocolates for you. Okay, so BYD is also overtaken Tesla. So just imagine where we are moving, the rate at which you are. Thank you so much. Please go. Yes, please. So the point over here is why I'm trying to wake you up and shake you up a little bit. You need to understand what's happening. You can't be locked in your own cocoon. You need to understand how geopolitics, what's happening. Today, mechanical engineers is dying everywhere. The field is dying. Many colleges, universities are sacking their faculty members. बच्चे नहीं admission नहीं है because wherever money everybody runs, right? The point is, it's because I would say we have not mechanical engineering field. We have not kept in pace with technology. Today, if you take any EV vehicle, everything. Today, AI is no longer horizontal. It's no longer horizontal. It cut across the vertical through all segments. It's a myth. It will get busted out. The point is today you can use AI in mechanical engineering, right? There is no shortage of it. So my point is, are we creative enough, or are we locked up with our textbooks of 1970s and 80s, which may or may not make sense in today's concept? We're talking about Standard and Poor report. If you have read, it said by 2030. By when? 2030. 80% of the jobs which will be there in 2030 don't exist as of today. Getting it? 80% of the jobs which are in 2030, 5 years down the line, don't exist. So imagine, what are we teaching? What are we learning? Understand the need, the urgent need to relearn, unlearn, reskill yourself. Otherwise, you'll be wiped out of the market even before you think about it. So India has a huge advantage right now. India is number one in the global, for what reason? World's highest populated country, extremely good. I'll not give any chocolate for this, it will come the basic one. So don't expect anything. So, India population kitna hai? 1.4 billion, right? Actually, today India is the only country where more than 50% of our population, how much? 50, is below the age of 25, and more than 65% of our population is below the age of 35. So which means, if we have to strike, in economics there is something called demographic dividend. Have you heard of this word? Yes, no? I appreciate your sincerity. It's called demographic dividend. A demographic dividend occurs when the size of a working population is more than the size of a non-working population. Because when people who work, they contribute to the GDP of the country. So imagine today with 1.4 billion population, and today the median age in India is 28 years. Unlike other countries which is much older. In India, the median age is 28 years. So which means we have a lot of potential. If we invest in human capital, train this human capital, right? Then we can easily be number one global economy by 2047 or even before than that. 2 days back I was reading in Economic Times and on LinkedIn that they have discovered oil in the Arabian Sea. If the Indian Ocean, if that becomes a thing, India's GDP will be into 20x. So imagine, it's called the golden period for India. So many opportunities are there for us. While we boast about 1.4 billion population, 4.19 trillion USD, but what is a GER today? What is GER? Blank? Pass? GER. I'm talking to the faculty members. Sir, यहाँ पे faculty corporate road है, mix है क्या? Faculty है ना सब लोग? What is GER? Gross enrollment rate. Who is that? Some lady, some voice. Who answered that? Oh yeah, you'll get a chance. Good. Very nice. You have a gross enrollment ratio. Thank you so much. What's your name? Kavita. All right. What's the gross enrollment ratio of India today? Faculty members, wake up. Thank God I've not taken any interviews. I'm a very tough interviewer. Today, sadly, our GER is at 28.4% only. With the NEP 2020, they aim to increase the GER to at least 50% by 2030. The GER is basically, it's calculated by AICTE. What's AICTE full form? All India? AICTE? AISHE? Blank? All India Survey on Higher Education. Not heard? How many of you are on LinkedIn here? Please raise your hands. How many of you on Instagram? Please raise your hand. You're all watching the wrong thing, I think, on Instagram. Huh? You don't know what's happening? Don't worry, take it light, relax, don't worry. So point is, AICTE, it's between the age group of 18 to 23, they do a survey, which means today sad, while India is so much top in other areas, in our education scenario, we are quite behind, laid back. That's one of the reasons UGC has relaxed the norms for opening up a university now, just last month, a month or two back. Earlier, the minimum area required to a university was 40 to 60 acres, now it reduced to 5 acres. Because we can't open universities in hilly areas, in urban areas where land is a big problem. Why? We want to ensure we are able to give equitable education to every single child. Because what's the point if our children are not educated? They'll become a burden to the nation. What are they doing? So that's one of the noble measures UGC has taken. We also know UGC about 2017, they had a committee and they started something called IOE. What's IOE? I'm sorry the marker is not visible, but please bear. IOE, 2017 UGC got together. They wanted to ensure that Indian education systems are known globally and we reach the global marks. Any idea? What's IOE? Institute of? Who's that? Who answered? It's right. Who had answered? Yes. What's your name, ma'am? Sorry? Abha Suryavamshi. You take 2 chocolates. Thank you. Where are you? Which stream, Abha? IT. No. Good. So they set up about 10 public institutions, 10 private institutions. They gave an opportunity. For the public institution, they would give a subsidy of 1,000 crores. How much? At least repeat what I'm saying. 1,000 crores, right? Whereas private institution, they would not give anything. And today, of the 20, we only have 8 government and 4 private players. The 4 private universities which have got IOE status, which is Shivnadar, where I worked earlier, Shivnadar University. We have OP Jindal, BITS Pilani, and Manipal Academy of Higher Education. We have 4 private universities. And the 8 government will include IIT Delhi, IIT Bombay, IIT Madras, Indian Institute of Science, University of Hyderabad, University of Delhi. The 8 government institutions. So point is they are trying to ensure that, because once they get the IOE status, they get a lot of autonomy, they get a lot of opportunity to work with international partners and give students a global exposure. So that's the reason. The point is, so it's a wonderful time for India to do or die. These 5 years are very, very crucial. Supply chain management, geopolitics, education, everything has to go hand in hand. That's the reason every point what I'm talking is connected to one of the goals of SDG. All right? Yeah. Any questions, anything till now? Yes, no, nothing? Or you can leave the markers. Okay. Just a moment. Let's see, I got it. So the point is, I'll be covering few points on and off so that we are aware of what's happening. So leave no one behind was one of the key aspects of United Nations, so that we carry the entire world, every people, every individual in this journey of sustainability. So we're talking about, so when they did an investigation, a report, the UN SDG, they submit a report every year in the month of June. This 2025 report is yet to come, but I've taken some of the statistics from the last year's report, which talks that people with disabilities, who are more than 70%, they are left behind. We're talking about women, girls, youth, elderly children, refugees, migrants. So which means we can't leave all these people behind. We all have to go together. It's our responsibility, collective responsibility. So these SDGs which we're talking, they comprise 17 goals, 169 targets. Implementation is planned. It's not open-ended stuff. 2030, they have strong vision to achieve all the 17 goals, and some of them even before 2020, and they integrate economic, social, and environmental dimensions. And all these 17 sustainable goals are highly interconnected. We will see in a couple of slides how does it mean. Okay. So basically, if you cluster into the 4 quadrants, basically the SDGs will fall into social. We talk about poverty, hunger, good health, well-being, education, quality, and clean water. So these fall under social category. When we talk about environmental, sustainable consumption, production, climate action, life below water, life on land, it is so important. Just last week, I think there was a ship, Chinese ship, which India Navy helped, and they sunk into the ocean. A lot of accidents are happening. So a lot of oil, chemical is going to our ocean. So what's happening to our marine life, right? What are we doing? So my point is, every aspect plays a very, very critical role. Economic, affordable, clean energy, decent work and economic growth. What happened in Bangalore yesterday and day before yesterday? What's happening? It's bombarded, it's impacted thousands and thousands of people, probably lakhs of people. What do you think? What has happened in Bangalore 2-3 days back? Or 1 day or 2 days back? What has happened in Bangalore? They've taken some decision which is impacting students, impacting working professionals, impacting all the gig workers. What's that? You're all using Instagram for the wrong reasons. Yes. Yeah, it's over, but I'll pick it up from here and give you some. Yes, they are banned. Ola, Uber, Rapidos. Sorry? They will start. You answered, right? Who answered just now? You will get 2 chocolates you take. I want any one faculty to please come over here. Don't worry. It's a relaxed way. Any one faculty to come over, please. Let's save time. Time is. Will you come or shall I pick up? I don't waste time at least. Come, you come. Don't worry. You have a good height and very colorful as well. So, okay. Now, I'm just putting a generic scenario. We're talking about economic factors, economic growth. Try linking. Now, Bangalore has banned, imagine this happened in Hyderabad. Okay, to make your understanding, you know, simple करता हूँ मैं आपके लिए understanding. अपने शहर में Telangana government bans Ola, Uber, Rapido, whatever this kind of mode. They ban all this. What do you think can happen in the economy? What happens? Any 2-3 pointers? General, क्या होगा?
First of all,
Mike, do we have another mic? You know. All right. Okay. Although we have competent people to join Google, he's flawed on the decision. When open source, they launched ChatGPT, Google launched their own AI in a hurry, which had a lot of errors. Sundar Pichai was again questioned, what the hell are you doing? Lack of EQs. The point is not to blame anyone point, even at that level, people can make mistakes. Let's learn, I have a respect for him, but let's learn, even if you may become the greatest, but EQ plays a huge role. We saw L&T head a few months back, what happened? What's the point of staring at a wife? You work 7 days a week. All of us have gone through it, right? Infosys, Narayana Murthy sir said so many things. The point is EQ. Don't blame them. Let's learn from them something. EQ will play a huge role in your success or failure. So AI literacy, conflict management, adaptability, innovative thinking, public speaking, solution-based selling, customer engagement, stakeholder management, growth strategy, and go-to-market strategy. These are top skills in 2025. Industrial revolution, we know. Which industrial revolution are we today right now in? And we are looking already at 5.0, and also we're talking about 6.0. Right? We started, what took 120 years to move from industry 1.0 to 2.0. Today, where the number of years are drastically reducing because technology is changing. Today, very shortly, we will have robots sitting next to human beings and working together. All right? So again, which talks about, again, 3D printing, which we are our own topic here. We're talking about human-machine collab, quantum computing, blockchain, sustainability, augment AR, VR, and what's MR? If you look at the World Economic Forum report, which says by 2026, next year, more than 20% of the global population is going to spend at least 25% of their time in metaverse. You know what's metaverse, right? I'm sure all of you must be knowing. So my point is, थोड़े सालों में people will start finding jobs. You will date, you will love, you will work, you will shop, everything in metaverse. You'll have a headsets. The sad thing, those of young children, you might be married by that time. It is our children, when they are doing in mobile, we could see what our child is looking. But when they have headsets, another big challenge, you don't even know what a child is doing. You don't know what he or she is watching. So that's another one thing. So metaverse, advanced automation. Advanced automation reminds me of black factories concept. Where did it start? Black factories. Dark factories to be precise. It's called dark factories. Mechanical engineering guys, wake up. आपका topic बात कर रहा हूँ मैं. I'm talking about your topic. Dark factories concept in China started 3 months back. Completely driven by AI. It's no light. 24/7 robots are working. CNC, you have sensors. You have AI. 20 days back, China launched the world's first AI hospital. No human being. Right from entry till exit, complete by robots. Times are changing. We should know what's happening. Okay. So I'm not going to talk about technology pillars. Future of job report, I thought this is important for you all to know that how 92 million jobs are going to be displaced, but there are 170 million jobs which are going to be created. Which kind of jobs will be created, students, my dear friends? Which jobs do you think will be created? AI में क्या करते हो आप? What engineers? Coding will taken by ChatGPT here. ChatGPT full what is the full form of ChatGPT? Good morning. ChatGPT full form. Everybody is using ChatGPT, but you don't know the full form. Gemini also you're using. Gemini is a word, not an acronym, but GPT is an acronym. Chat, generative, pre-trained transformers. Okay. So the point over here is we'll have prompt engineering, AI engineers, ethics in AI, coding. For example, a lot of hacking is going to happen. Ethical AI, a lot of these jobs are going to come up. Your redundant rotation, transactional jobs are going to be out of it. So these are some of the jobs which will grow. Big data specialties, fintech engineers, AI, ML engineers, etc. And the jobs which are going to get off are your postal service, banks, clerks, transactional repetitive jobs are going to get out of it, the market. You know VUCA and BANI? Yes, no. VUCA word was coined US what? Volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguity. We say BANI is the new VUCA, which is brittle, anxious, non-linear and incomprehensible. The times are changing. Only if you understand this, you will be able to give a right inputs to your children from all aspects to it. Mechanical, civil, chemical, computer science, AI, ML, cybersecurity, robotics, whichever field you want to take it. It's very important. Again, generational analysis. We have Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z, and now we have the alpha from this year. Which generation is starting from this year? पुराना है, Gen Z खत्म हो गया. Baby boomers, we have silent generation. Baby boomers, Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z. Then we had the alpha. From this year on, we are starting beta generation. Okay. So my point is, today in education sector we have mixed gen sets. Senior professors, silent or baby boomers, and versus fresh PhD from IITs. When I hired my fresh students from IITs. So my point is, how do we work in same generation? In one organization, people different generation, what kind of policies will you implement? How will you reward recognition is very different, right? How will you work? To a newcomer student, you can pat on the, hey, macha, you can talk whatever you want. You can't do this to a senior person in your own organization. But tomorrow when you are working in this setup, it's very important how you handle your generation analysis. There are a lot of research done in this field. When you get time, you can go. Ikigai I've already covered, I'm not going to go in it. There's some powerful quotes, just that we do not inherit the earth from our ancestors, we borrow it and owe it to our children. It's very important. Making peace with nature is a defining task for the 21st century. And I have one important concept of networking. Please understand, I've seen many times all of you live in your cocoons. Please start opening a LinkedIn account, start networking, talking to people. When people are asking, what's the job security? When you lose a job, you can't wake up, hey Ashish, HR guy, HR leader, can you give me a job? I say, who are you? Dude, I don't know you. The point is start working with different segments, different industries, different domains. So it helps you or visibility. You can build a professional support system, receive mentorship, you can get constructive feedback, have access to more information. You will fine tune your social skills. On LinkedIn, there'll be one article which will pop up. Somebody will say 10 of, wow, wonderful. Somebody will be saying, it's a stupid, idiotic idea. You learn to look at the same like a 3D, 4D effect, impact, Same object from multiple angles, same problem. You're using from different angles, you're trying to look at it. Last but not the least, this is the last slide, don't worry. This is my LinkedIn profile and we'll have a short Q&A session. You can scan the QR code in case you are interested. I'll be happy to help. If you have any questions to ask me, any suggestions, any difference of opinion, I'll be happy.
Thank you, sir. All the participants, if you have any doubts regarding the session on SDGs, so please we request you to go forward.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir. This is Dr. Misbahuddin. So, as per our topic is concerned, it is a sustainable additive manufacturing in medical application. So, how many SDG out of 17 perspectives? How many are mapped with this additive manufacturing?
Okay.
Yeah.
A good question, sir, is asking with the current context topic of the FDP, how many SDGs are mapped? I will say all the 17 are directly or indirectly linked with it.
So
Because
clearly I could not get this. Only one thing, that is industry. Okay, it is good.
I'll give an example.
There are,
I'll give an example. We are about additive manufacturing, personalizing healthcare. We are coming with innovative medical solutions. Okay, am I right? The point over here is, if you have a good health, you have good education, good quality of life. I'm linking additive manufacturing, all the 17 goals directly or indirectly. There is no goal which is not connected with the additive manufacturing. It's directly or indirectly connected with it. If a person is able to work, economic growth is there. If a person is healthy, he is able to contribute. Happiness index is high, which means if the healthcare is taken care, his life expectancy is much larger. He's able to work more, he's able to get good quality education, he's able to help others, he's able to contribute to himself, his family, his nation and his society at large. We're talking about no poverty, no hunger, quality water, good water, we're talking no crime. The point is, so it is more like a support system to which is act as a catalyst to boost the support for the sustainable development goals. It has a large role to play. Today, if imagine someone has an health which is hand is amputated, and we ought to take 6 months to recover. Probably with your additive manufacturing, I mean, it will help him probably to recover in 2 or 3 months. More personalized care. Exactly, you're attacking the root cause analysis. RCA, you're doing an RCA. So point is, it's directly or indirectly connect all the 17. For example, if you start producing something which is not worth consuming, then what is the point of your additive manufacturing? So you have to manufacture what is required, what is consumed, and what can be further recycled.
Sir, as the clean water is concerned,
Yes.
how it is mapped with additive manufacturing? Means
Sure.
how it is linked with this?
Tomorrow you are using water for all your manufacturing purposes. Some amount of, my point is, various industries. You will be doing 3D printing, correct? The point over here is, tomorrow we need to recycle the product. You are producing something, right? I saw some skeleton when I entered this room. The human skull or something I saw. I'm just giving an example what I saw over here. You are producing something. This is a 3D printed product? Yes, no. Now how am I going to recycle this? I will need some liquid, I may need some kind of water. The point is, so how much amount of natural resources I am using to further ensure that I am able to reuse this product which I am producing today is linked with the clean water also. May not be direct, that's why I said direct and indirect. There is nothing which cannot be connected.
Ashish, I think it's a wonderful presentation.
Sure.
It's a small site actually. What's your area of interest? Like you deal with many universities, faculty members, students, diverse. You interact very more. Just we need some input from your side to all the faculty members who generally teach students.
Sure.
What are the like sites or some books which they can refer to make the students learn better at to develop themselves in a workplace?
Very important. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Madhukar, sir, for asking this question. Sir is asking which book should refer,
Sites.
which sites we should refer to understand all these concepts. I mean, honestly speaking, today the entire world is available on your mobile, right? Mini computer. There is no one place, one shoe fits all, or there is no one stop shop that you can get. My point is, I'll give you an example. I'm an HR leader, I've taken more than 10 lakhs interviews globally. So when I ask some couple of questions, so I know all of you have Instagram because India is one of the largest consumption, highest Instagram accounts. But my question as an individual person for me is, what is my population using internet for? Today everything is available on Instagram. No need to go to Harvard, business, case studies, reviews, nothing is required. You're having, everybody has a mobile. We saw 76% mobile penetration in our country. Internet is 53% and urban is even more higher. I'm talking 53% at the national level. The point is, keep yourself updated. What's happening nationally, internationally? Is there no one book, one side? You have to keep yourself exposed in all the domains, locally, nationally, and internationally. Then you will have a full-rounded product. We're talking about STEM has become STEAM in higher education. Earlier it was STEM has become STEAM after NEP 2020. Earlier it was STEM, and now it has become STEAM. What is this? I can read the A, but what is A? Not Ashish, don't worry. What is A? Sorry? Not artificial intelligence, wrong guess. STEM has become STEAM, it has converted into STEAM. 10 plus 2 plus 3 model has become 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. Wake up, you're all faculty members. Yeah, if I take an interview, trust me, I'm very tight in my interviews. If my faculty member does not all the basics, they cannot join my institution. I'm very particular about it. Don't take it offensive, but you should know this is not a corporate question. STEM was science, technology, engineering, mathematics, arts has been added. Why? Problem solving. Our students should have problem solving skills. Multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary, intradisciplinary. That's why STEM has now been coming to STEAM with NEP 2020. And we need to ensure, because through arts, people can solve a lot of creativity, innovative solutions. That's the reason today many of the universities are looking for multidisciplinary, which is holistic education, which is one of the goals of NEP 2020. Multiple entry, multiple exit points, credit transfers, aspects to it. A student can walk in, walk out. Option, you can stitch your own courses today. So then there's no one side to update everything. It's just generic things, sir. I think if each one of us spend our time wisely, we will have the opportunity. And I think it's everything is available in the handset today. Time management, self-management is left to every individual. You can either make your career or break your career. Choice in your hand. You are the decision maker. You are the architect of your life. You are the civil engineer of your life. You are the mechanical engineer of your life. So use your time wisely is my humble suggestion as a friend. That's it, Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Crime rate will be zero as we are expecting. Crime rate will be zero by 2030, I said. So for this, do we need to work on human mind, or just technology will help to eradicate this crime rate?
So technology is only an enabler. Ultimately, human mindset.
Yeah.
Right.
So we will have to work on human mind.
AI is algorithm. You garbage in, garbage out. You agree, sir?
Yes.
You feed garbage. What happened in Japan?
We have to work on human mind.
Exactly. We have to work on the human mind. Now, what happened last year in Korea? Last November 25th, this incident happened in Korea, in Seoul. A robot mistook a human being in a fast food packaging industry. It grabbed the human being on the conveyor belt, chopped him into pieces, and the guy died. I'm just giving, you can't go to extreme AI, robotics, everything. You need human beings. But the sir is asking a very important question: how will the crime rate reduce? My only point is, there are 2-3 ways to it. One is, like we say, hang one guy, it will send a message to others. I gave example of a rape case. India should, like Middle East country, I respect them a lot. Just hang, behead in public. Hang 100, 200,000 people, remaining people is shit to do. Today, unfortunately, people go scot-free after doing biggest crimes. That's like an encouragement. We have seen again 15-20 days back also, there was a person who walked in from the court. There was a case by a woman filed. He had some impact of, he had a lot of money and politicians support. He was going in his car and making a nice video. The court called him back again, arrested him. The point is, in our country, it's very laid back today, our systems. Our judiciary is very, very laid back. The person who does a crime can easily walk out of it. 3-4 years, 4 years, 6 months, will be forgotten, back to normal. That has to strongly improve in our country, because voluntary kuch nahi hoga. Just like in India, when you teach someone, only when you have fine associated, then only person will realize. For example, in my sessions, I'm just going to take it lightly. I'm taking it a little bit in a mixed way. I don't have anybody entering late. I respect my time and you respect my time. There's no respect. I close my door once my sessions start. That's how strict I am about my timings. If a person is serious, they will come. Otherwise, it's okay. Let them continue. I don't want any forced people. Time discipline, management, things. So my point is, a lot of things lies in our hands, sir. If we take the right steps, because AI cannot teach us how to stop crime. We only have to, it has to be from inside. I don't have to harm anybody. Today, all the religions of the world teach same thing: humanity, take your love and peace, happiness, share with each other, right? So I think if you follow these principles, we can make this planet a much, much better place. Yes, sir.
Thank you for a wonderful session, sir. I would like to go speak with you a few words.
Yes,
Might be useful for all of us. Only the education sector, where you can question, where you will find the answers.
Yes.
Out of any service sectors or goal-oriented, result-oriented service sectors, only in education sector you can find that. Here, what we are getting the problem globally, as per my point of view, I don't know. Okay. Before answering to any question, before asking to any question, they were unable to get the minimum 3 to 10 different answers. For suppose, I'm giving you one suggestion, better you pass it to everywhere because you are moving globally. To reduce the crime rate, as I said, okay, or to reduce the corruption, the person or the AI, whatever it may be the helpful, let them think or let them ask the one question twice. One, if I want to bribe someone, let me ask myself one question, why? The answers must be minimum 3 to maximum 10 with different answers.
Okay.
If I am fulfilled, now then 3 answers are there, satisfied me, then I can bribe him. Same question we are supposed to ask that guy also, those who are asking the bribe. and must get the 3 to 10 different answers. Then only the education sector will achieve in a global manner where the world can change. Without educational sector, modifications, character analyzations, and some other things are there.
Yes, sir.
Without changing the education sector, no nation or even world won't change. That I am surely believe.
Sure, sir.
So let us build a good educational sector where we can achieve these all the things.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I would completely agree with sir, where sir is saying, because education is the only sector where you can question, you can get answers, you can actually reflect on yourself, you can think, and then probably the tool can be an enabler. This education is the only sector which does that. In fact, you are right, sir. That's the reason today everybody's coming to, like NEP is talking about internationalization. Today we have 15 universities who are going to set up their shops, establishments in India. We already got 2 universities. We have University of Southampton in Delhi. Then we had the University of Liverpool, which got last week their approval in Bangalore, the second international campus. And apart from that, we have 3 more LOIs which are already being given by UGC. One is IIT, which is, what is the full form of IIT? 100% wrong. Illinois Institute of Technology, US. I'm talking international campuses. Chill, relax. IIT from US is setting up their establishment in India. We have 2. We had the University of Liverpool, University of Southampton. Then in Australia, 2 more. We have Victoria University and Western Sydney University. 5 universities already got LOIs. 10 more are in pipeline. Already we have 2 in Gift City. Which are those 2 in Gift City? Gift City कहाँ पे है? Kerala में, right? Gift City is in which part of India? Kerala, Punjab, Jammu, Kashmir. कहाँ पे है? कहाँ? Guys, Gujarat, Gift City. Right? We have already University of Wollongong. And there's one more university, 2 universities already set up their offshore education centers in India in Gift City. The point is, we want to promote, because today there are 4 crore students who are going out of our country to study. Why are we having this brain drain? Why are we draining so much of money? And finally, US and UK, they study and there are no jobs. And thanks to Trump, yes, now I'm going to check for every student visa. I'm going to check your social engagement on the website, Facebook, Instagram, every single like is important. For me, I said I was very happy for Trump for that, because India is capable. We should actually stop sending our children, stop going to foreign, get the shops, universities in India. Today the traction focuses on India today. The point is, it gives opportunity for us to develop, make in India, study in India, contribute to our own GDP. Why should we go out? After we have seen so many deaths case, so many financial pressure, people are taking 1 crore, 2 crore loans and no jobs. UK, no jobs. US, no jobs. What's the point of studying there then? Study in our own country. So as rightly again coming back, education only sector where we can make a difference. No other sector we can make a difference. So as I'm saying, all of you here have a golden sword in your hand. Make the right use of it. Or I will say you have a knife in your hand. Either cut the cake or you'll kill yourself. Please make the right use. You all have a wonderful opportunity to shape the future leaders of our country. It's in your hands. So that's the reason I keep telling all my faculty members, please keep yourself abreast of what's happening. Only then you can talk to a student. Today the teacher concept don't exist, as we are only facilitators. You agree, sir? Everything is other than Google, Chat GPT. Much more, the students know much more than what teachers know today. Our children know how to operate things better than us. Agree, sir? We don't even know what our child is doing on iPad, phone. By the time we are seeing, you have gone 5 websites, you have finished browsing. It's a different generation. The point is for us to stay relevant as faculty members, you have to proof of the pudding in the eating. Come here, stand here, because children respect when they see the faculty members have practical experience, knowledge. Again, theoretical knowledge is only foundation. उसको कैसे practically apply करोगे life में? When you are able to teach that to the child, the student will respect. It's a 2-way street, not a 1-way street. It's not my way or highway, right? वो जो आशीष बोलेगा वही सुने. No, nothing bullshit. I talk like this, I'll be thrown out of the door next minute. So point is, so that way. So any other last question? No.
Sir, yeah, myself.
Yes, please. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no, you're very straightforward, very transparent. See, even recently there was a small instant. I went to one of the very reputed school. Even for kid 5 years old, he's having certain boundaries to have eligibility to enter into some class, right?
Yes, sir.
See, why can't our politicians are not having? And the very important, we are talking many of the things. We need to, our goals are different. And even the person, I found there are many of the IAS officers, they are taking, voluntary retirement in the, within 10 years only. I hope it's because of some pressure. And the person who is pressuring, not even, the person is not even having qualification of some toll place also. So why these things are not changing? We are taking, we are the people, who lead the country. And we are the people who are working under the fellow who is not having proper qualification also. I feel the India, the major problem, now we are talking about all, some serious discussion regarding some crimes. Now there is some government, if another government comes after a couple of years, again the things will start. Yesterday there was a clear discussion about some states ki, आप जो भी जेल है वो सही करा लो, नेक्स्ट अमा आने वाले हैं, आप जेल में जाने वाले हैं. These are the statements the people who is leading, states, and they are passing in public. See, I need some suggestion, some valuable information regarding this, sir. Then how the children, so how the youngster will take these kind of things, and totally today the social media is. अब एक चैनल में एक बताया तो और एक चैनल में और एक रहता. परसों was Ahmedabad issue, there was some discussion. The reality was different and assumptions are different here.
Yes.
Right? So how to tackle this and why this, governments are leading states, but still governments are not following certain rules for their qualification. Could you please?
Sure.
Thank you,
So
sir.
my 2 cents on this topic would be that it's a very change at a very national level which has to come across. It's not an overnight journey. It's not going to be one line answer this way or that way. The point is, it's a very vicious cycle. Let me admit, it's a very, very vicious cycle. I've seen the kind of corruption even in the education industries. Very closely I've seen. I have 2.5 years, decades of experience. I feel sad that a profession which Sir was talking a few minutes back, that this is a profession which is going to change the lives of the entire generation, is the one which has so many black apples or loopholes in the system.
Excuse me.
With due respects, again, not to put anything, with due respects to it. The point over here is, so I would say that all of us should actually focus more on the positive aspects of life. Now, for example, 10 days back, there was a major innovation in Hyderabad. 10 days back, there was a very major innovation in your own city. What was that? I'll give you one clue. Nilofer? Nobody got out of the room. If you don't answer this question, I'm sorry. I'm telling something remarkable innovation done in Telangana in your own city where you're sitting right now. 10 days back. What was that? Sorry? I've spoken to a lot of people at a leadership